Welcome to the Dental Fix RX CDET pre-training video number 2. This is Andy Cohen, your narrator. The content of video number 2 is to understand what is a ticket, creating tickets, and rescheduling tickets. So let's jump right into it. We'll learn what a ticket is. I'm going to take us first to my panel, the software. Now, we went through during my panel to teach you the search bar and how to search for specific dental offices, leads, and customers in the system. I'm going to start here. I'm going to do a search for a customer in the system. I'm going to search for this ID number. Once you find the customer, you actually go into their edit lead profile. So this is a lead, in fact, somebody we've not done business with, and it takes us to their profile page. This is all their contact information, their critical data, their addresses, contact information here in the test database. It doesn't look like it's completely accurate information, but in the test database, this does the trick. Once you're here in the profile page, you can add ticket from multiple places. A ticket, again, is a work order. It's a specific job. So before I add a ticket, please understand what adding a ticket means. It means that you have somewhere physically to be to accomplish something for your customer. If you have a job that's pending, you need to order parts for, you need to still go back and finish the job and invoice the job. If you have a meeting with the dentist, this is to identify, a ticket is to identify that you physically have an obligation somewhere to be. Therefore, a ticket should be on your calendar. In order to add a ticket to your calendar, you simply hit Add Ticket. Takes you to this screen. From this screen, you could essentially search for another customer. Now, we added this ticket directly from that customer, from Main Street Dental Group. So therefore, we know that's the ticket, that's the customer we want the ticket added for. If we were wrong about the customer, we could use the search function and find a different customer. Let's move forward. We have a drop-down menu. The drop-down menu identifies the purpose of the visit. I mentioned you may have a meeting with a doctor, a meeting with a repair contact in the office. You may have an equipment demo to do. Maybe you have a customer that hasn't used you for a certain period of time, and the Operations Support Center saw the opportunity to do a customer re-engagement meeting on your behalf. You may have an estimate for an existing customer or for a new customer in order to earn their business. You may have a repair for a new customer, and you may even have a repair for an existing customer once you develop your customer base. You even have warranty work. The purpose identifies exactly what the job is for. We'll make this a repair for a new customer. And we'll make the source, we'll call it inbound. Let me explain the difference. Inbound means they called us. Outbound means we went and reached out to them, generally during our marketing calls. And walk-in means that you walked into the office as the franchise operator and got yourself a job, a repair opportunity, or an appointment, something that required opening a ticket. There's the three sources of jobs. Once you pick the source, you create the ticket. Now this takes you to a snapshot of the ticket. You'll see the ticket is labeled with a ticket number right at the very top. That ticket number, as the ticket is still open, and only when the ticket is still open, can be found by searching in the quick ticket number. So if you have a ticket number for that specific job, it could be searched right here in the quick ticket box. Let's move forward. It also identifies the lead number. That lead number corresponds with Main Street Dental Group, this customer right here. It gives you the information, repair, the source, the purpose and the source. Now this information can still be changed from this screen. So if you go in for a meet and greet and it turns into a repair, you could ultimately go take this drop down and track it and see, make sure the ticket is consistent with what the job currently is. It also has the operator's current information at the very top, and then it's got the critical information for your customer. In this case, Main Street Dental Group. It's got their address. It's got your main contact. If there was multiple contacts, Lisa, Sarah, the people that you've met in the office, the girls up front, the hygienist, the dental assistant, as they're added to the system, they would be listed right here as well, along with any other phone number and email addresses. The hours of operation are also listed. When we're scheduling a ticket, the first thing we're going to do is take a visit date. We're going to select from this, using this calendar icon, we're going to select the date of visit. In this case, we'll call it tomorrow, Friday, October 10th. And let's say we have an appointment scheduled between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. That does not mean the urgency level changes. This is a 4-hour window, a large window. You have plenty of time. Now we're setting it between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m., meaning you have 4 hours, a window of opportunity to get there. If the window is smaller, let's say the office wants us there between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. during the lunch hour, because that's when the operatories are available for you to do the work, then the Operations Support Center is trained to change the urgency level to a higher urgency based on the limited time frame. Often doctors may set up meetings. They say, they'll have him be here in a 15-minute time frame, have him be here if I have 15 minutes to spare between 12 and 12:15 during my lunch break. In that situation, it's obviously a very high urgency. Then we move on to the instruction. The instruction is what the customer tells us there is to do. So in this situation, we need to repair their dental chair. Very simple, very vague. Often the dental office gives us very vague information. They say, I don't know what kind it is, but my chair is broken. That's the instruction you'd have on the ticket. You see there's warranty information. Ignore this warranty information. This information actually goes on the invoice. There's an option that you have currently to put the information for warranties on the ticket as well. For now, we're going to ignore this screen and we can delve into it at a later training date. Once the information is in the system, is entered properly, the instructions are clear, the date is right, we would hit save. Now I close the window and I'm going to go back to my panel. Now you see what happened. The ticket itself now shows as a T on October 10th, that date. We can hover over it and see the information, some of the basic information, or we can click on that day and see that ticket. There it is, between 12 and 1. It's labeled REP for repair, and it's also in red because it's a 12 to 1 o'clock window, meaning it's a higher urgency. Now, if we click here, we're going to go to the lead's profile page. That's not what we want to see. I want to actually see the ticket itself. So we click on the REP directly, and it takes us right to the ticket. Now you see, this is the same ticket, but this information, the original visit date, has been blacked out. We can't edit and change the date. Once the date has been entered on the ticket, the original date, there's no way to change that. We could reschedule the ticket. If we reschedule the ticket, another box pops up, and we'd have the opportunity to enter the date that we want to go in and in this maybe finish the job, or the date that we've rescheduled the job to. So let's say they want us to reschedule the job between 8 and 12 on the 15th. Now we need a reason. I'm not able to just save this without a reason. You see that it's a required field. Let's say the reason that we're rescheduling the repair for a dental chair job is we need to order parts. Very common reason. It could be a scheduling error. It could be that you need to receive the parts, and once you get the parts in, then you go back and reschedule the job. Maybe the customer's not there that day. MSC request is mobile service center. That means the van operator decided they're going to do it a different day. Sometimes the office requests that you come back a different day to complete the job. You need to enter a reason. Once you enter the reason, you click save. Now, in this situation, we're rescheduling this ticket for the 15th. This note box is a critical piece of it. The note box is for you. The instructions I've told you, that I've explained that the instructions are for the customer. That's what the customer requires us to do, repair the dental chair. The notes box, this middle box, is for you to identify and notate the status of the current job. We're rescheduling this job. There's got to be a reason. The reason in this case was parts needed. You can use this as a tool for yourself and write the status in the notes box. Let's say you need to order a part. Another reason would be that you need to call manufacturer for info. Maybe you need to read the technical manual. Maybe you just need some support. Maybe you need to do some research. Quite likely you need to order the part. Very common reason for rescheduling. Now, once all the information's in there, you would save the ticket. So the ticket's saved with the updated status, the notes box completed. Now we're going to go back to my panel. You see there's T's piling up on our calendar. We can also see the corresponding information right here. Tickets created. Today, in fact, I've created 2 tickets. We can click right on this and it takes us to a report that shows which tickets were created that day, that week, the day prior, the month prior, the entire month. All that data is in here. I reviewed that when I reviewed the My Panel video. When you go to total open tickets, this number right here, you can see that same open ticket report with a detailed view. Here's the Main Street Dental Group, the ticket that I just rescheduled. I just edited. Now, I have added specific columns to my view so I can see critical information. It's already been set up that way. On the view, I have a few specific columns. Number 1, I have the instruction. Down here, you can see repair dental chair. That was the instruction that the office gave us. I also have my notes. I needed to order a part number, call the manufacturer for info, and do some research. That's my status of the job. What this means is if I maintain my ticket status and update the notes, I now have a running to-do list for all my current jobs. I now have a list of all the things I need to do for every job that is open. Now, a lot of times this means that the job's been rescheduled or hasn't been invoiced or hasn't been closed. If you have a ticket that's been closed, it's been invoiced, or the job's been completed, the meeting's been fulfilled, it would be closed and it would not be on this ticket. On a different video, we're going to talk about invoicing and closing tickets upon completion. Let's go back to my panel. The last thing I want to mention is there is also a ticket report. So we viewed total open tickets. I mentioned in our previous video that the total open tickets links you, all these red numbers hyperlink you to reports in the system. I want to give you an example of one of those reports. I'm going to open reports and I'm going to show you the tickets that were created by myself for leads and customers for the day. I've created 2 tickets this day. Obviously, this is the same corresponding information that I'll find right here. You can get creative on these ticket reports as well. You can look at reports that were created by the Operations Support Center, by yourself in any given time period. But those views as well and the most critical information is going to be listed right here as well. That should give you a basic understanding of tickets, what they are, how to reschedule them, how to create them, and how to report on them. This is the end of training video number 2. Thanks for your time.